wish there was an easier way to check my levels properly, because there's different levels for when you play on there's different levels from when you play on phone and this. But I just really like playing this game. I mean, I think it's a really fun game to play, in my opinion. Um, know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's very enjoyable for me to play. It's like a this game, in my opinion. I forgot when I got it. I think it was like 2 years ago. I don't even remember when it first came out, but I played it when it first came out. And it's like a mix of Mega Man and a mix of Metroid or Super Metroid. Like, you could kind of tell by like the way I'm spinning and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell. But this game is kind of unique, like, cause it really switches everything, like, to into the perspective of meat. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I forgot to. There's a. Okay, well, you see that little circle on the map right there? That means there's some sort of hidden item. Like, it could be an upgrade, or maybe like it could be a upgrade to my stats, or even like see, or it could be like scrap, or it could be like scrap that I could use to construct something. But I really like this game is pretty fun. Like, all things considered, I think it's a really fun game to play, and it's always adding something new every time you play, so it's not like you're missing out on anything at all. And that's what I like about a game like this, you know, is that like there's always something new to discover, and the more you play it, the more like the first time of me playing this, the first time of me playing this, you get certain upgrades, right? But after my first run, it's like you got a save station, now you got this, now you got that. And then it's just like then the next time you play there's more stuff to get and more stuff to do. So that's what I kind of like about this game. And I forget when I think it recently got updated. Health increases bolt speed and fire rate. Oh, that's cool. Now my only thing I wish I think you can see what certain things do, but only in the like title screen. I don't think you can see what things do in the game, which that's like one feature I'd like in this game, to be like, oh, once I got it, what does it do? Now, there's certain secret things in this game. There's certain secret things in this game, like the more you play. Yeah, the more you play, it'll you'll start to figure out what certain things do, but there's some things that it'll straight up not tell you what they do at all, and you have to go online to figure out what they do. But yeah, this game has like Mega Man health bars, but most of these bosses are like Super Metroid, right? So it's like it's kind of a cool thing. Now, definitely there are easier bosses, and then there's the harder bosses. Yeah, see, like this. You see, once you beat a boss, see, now for my next run, I get the power jump. And you're like, wait, what's that? And then it just makes you want to play the game more. Like, it's a cool feature that I really like in this game. And then like different colored, see? That's kind of, it's cool. Different colored things like this, different colored monsters give you stuff. Like, it's random on what it gives you. It's like it's kind of a cool touch. Like I just think all the stuff in this game is pretty cool, and the music is cool. Just everything about it, in my opinion, is cool. Like I mean, if you want something to sit down and play just endlessly, this is just one of those games. And then like they give you the speed run timer at the top. It makes you want to go through the games fast. And this kind of game makes me feel nostalgic, so I'm playing on this controller right here. And kind of like the overlay that's above, except like it's not exactly like a Super Nintendo. I don't know if y'all could see that, but I have like a got like a trigger and a shoulder button on this controller. And it has two analog sticks, but I'm not using the analog stick, so it's not like it matters. But like of on top of like yeah, on top of like I can't talk in game, which is something I should probably get better at. Uh it's like I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, the weapons. Okay. Yeah, you get weapons, okay? Now you get certain things. Yeah, and I got this on my last save right here. I got this on my last save. I got like a save station. So what that pretty much does, if pretty much you don't you have a limited amount of lives. And so, well, not really like limited. You only have one life. But when you get a save station, you add one life to what you have. Uh, I'll wait on this boss fight and see what else I can get before I go in here. I just kind of like the touches this game adds. You know what I'm saying? Like this game adds some nice touches. It's kind of its own thing too, even though it kind of copies the other games. Like I've seen it online. If you go like online, yeah, if you go online, there's a whole bunch of people trying to bash this game for being like, you know, Metroid or whatever. But I just think like it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're not really making like, you know, Nintendo's not really making anything with Metroid, so I don't find it to be an issue to add like this kind of game. Like, you know what I mean? But I like the enemies in here too. Like, it's just that that's a great sound. Um, I kind of like the enemies in this game too. Like some of them come off as challenging. Then you get the ones that are a little bit powerful, but you get an award for it. So it's like it's not too bad, in my opinion. I think it's a pretty cool game. Uh, it's telling me there's like a mat. There's a oh, it's right there. But yeah, I mean, I think this game is just really cool in my opinion. Like, I mean, it does its own thing. Uh, and then you get like sort of these people that'll like straight up tell you like, oh, here, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm put performance mode. Okay, I'm in performance mode. Let me check my stream, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay, think I'm good. Yeah, we're good. Man. Yeah, we don't need all that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. That should be good. Sorry, I'm trying to like I'm trying to test my stream as I'm watching it. But yeah, I think we're good now. We should be. Okay. That should be good. Sorry, I'm trying to like I'm trying to test my stream as I'm watching. I'm gonna turn this audio up a little bit, like 35. Okay. I don't know, like earlier today while I was recording, like when I put it back in Twitch or whatever to download the video, there was like no audio. But my other videos were playing audio. So I don't know if it's like a new Streamlabs thing that it's doing or just whatever. I'm scaring myself. I forget it plays the audio still. Okay, turn off. I'll be scaring myself, dude. Okay, stop. Thank you. Thank you, myself. Okay. We have two options that are both the same thing. We have big bolts or triple bolts. Or not triple bolts, triple shot. Okay. I'm getting confused because the B button in this game is actually the A button. So it confuses me. I guess I'm gonna go big bolts. I can always come. See, when you play this game, you just have to remember where these people are at, but you can always come back to them at any time. Anytime you pick. But it's not like, you know, a one and done. It's only the bigger little, like, I'll have to show you guys, but once you get to a point, I don't got any of those. I never seen that before with the whole like that this little upgrade station or whatever. It's like a trade-off, like you have to give it something to get something, right? I've never I'm glad I came back up here. Yeah, I mean, I just like this game. Like, it's very addicting. And just the fact of things being random, it kind of like... Oh, got nothing for that door. That door takes a missile, I think. And so, like, okay, the cool thing about this game, too, is that it goes off of seeds. Like, you know, if you ever play Minecraft or whatever... Ooh, that's not good. Frame drop. It's like Minecraft, which is probably a bad comparison, but it's like it's like Minecraft with seeds, right? You pretty much can like if your buddy played on this cool, man, he's like, yo, you got to check it out. I can pretty much be like, oh yeah, this is what happened with mine, and I could give him, you get a certain set of numbers, and it pretty much decides certain things with the numbers. It's kind of like Metroid with the code or whatever, but you can pretty much go online also and you can share the little seed and be like, oh, this is a pretty dope seed, check it out. So it has some sort of like, you know, aspect to it where it's like it's even cool to share with people. Now there's a multiplayer mode, which is like, it's not like this game, but it's like a deathmatch type deal. Oh my goodness, it's so cluttered on my screen. Okay. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. It's so hard to see him with the little pieces. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, I gotta be very careful so I don't die. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. That was stressing. Lightning gun. Mouth meat senior. I'm not even gonna comment on that. Mouth Meat Senior. You know, I prefer to have most of my bullets. I prefer to have my bullets and like just use as my shot. I don't like see because now I have to have a character or I have to find stuff that yeah, okay. I have to find stuff that'll make my energy go up. And so you have to find stuff that makes my energy go up. Okay, we got a teleport station. Keep that in mind. Okay. Where is that piece at? It's telling me I got something around here. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Alright, this is a good room right here. We got 2 upgrades. What was that first upgrade I got? I wish I can check. I guess I'll keep going down. Never mind. Let's explore this area a little bit more before we travel. Yeah, let's explore this area a little bit. Okay, it's pretty much where I came from. Okay, so I could trade that for... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't really need them now. Okay, there's not really much to explore because I don't have lightning yet, or any form of lightning. So what I'll do is I have an upgrade I can get, and I'll go and get that. Yeah, I'll just go and get the upgrade. Yeah, just go and get them. Boom. And then I guess I can go down. There's not really much for me to explore in this area, is there? Yeah, not really. Okay, I gotta let my dog out real quick. I just really like the music in this game now. I just really like it. Like, it's it's so calming. If that makes any sense. Even though most of it is high energy. I like the sound of it. It's like a Metroid theme mixed with Mega Man, mixed like pretty much nostalgic music. Ooh, okay. So now my bullets go through walls and then they go through enemies. Okay, I'm glad I went back this way. I wonder why it's frame skipping like that. Do y'all know? I mean, my computer's good. It just randomly skips frames like that or drops frames, even when I'm playing it regularly. I don't know. I'm not gonna let it bother me too much. I'd say out of all the themes in this game, this is one of my favorite ones. If it doesn't have any like if it doesn't have any copyright, then I would probably play it on my stream before I started, you know? Like I just like how it sounds, like it got that it has a low part and a high part, you know what I'm saying? Um 5. Okay, let me tell y'all a trick, okay? If you follow the number, you always follow the number that's on their profile or that's on their picture. So his is a 5. So let's say I give him about 30. Then I'll get a good upgrade. So once you start giving him like other icons too, Once you start giving him icons, or okay, I got Lil Tire. Once you start donating other things to him along with the multiples of the scraps we find, then you'll get like beneficial upgrades like items and stuff like that. I think this run's gonna be a good run. I can kind of feel it. Okay, stop doing that. Except for, of course, I say that and I get like something like this. Okay, we're good. I guess I can keep going down. This area looks like it's gonna expand real far. And okay, so now I have 2 replacement bodies in case something happens. Okay, so now we got Mega Man platforms. Let's see what he got. Deadlock boots. Okay. Okay. He has some pretty good stuff, even though I don't know what they do. So I guess I'll come back to him later. Yeah, this run right here seems pretty calm. You know, I've had the flamethrower, but I haven't really been using it at all after I got it. Okay, now we got the lightning gun. Or the pulse. It's not too bad. I don't think that opens up missiles. I think it opens up the electronic areas. Okay. This is getting very confusing. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this opens that. That don't open that. Okay. So this is just lightning that it works on. I think, okay. And I haven't really been getting none of those green scraps or anything. I'm gonna go check out this area first before I go anywhere. Okay. I knew that should work. Finally, we got some blue scraps. Could I have used that on that dude? I'm going along the way. I might as well check. I might as well check. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down there. Nope. It's the red and I think the green. Yeah, man. I've had like a lot of memories with Super Metroid. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Do I want to fight the boss? That's a good spot. Um, of course I get this dude. This dude's somewhat difficult. Okay, we're good. Okay, so oh, they still stay alive. And we got the laser beam. Uh, I think I played Super Metroid when I was at a friend's place. Not a friend's place, my cousin's place. Yeah, I played it when I was at my cousin's place, right? And so I need to focus, but pretty I might have to just okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up, you know, without the game bothering me. I had some good memories with Super Metroid, right? So I went to my cousin's place, I believe. Yeah, I went to my cousin's place, and also, you remember Super Smash Brothers Brawl that had like all those little demos of pretty much every character's game that they came from in there. So I remember playing Super Metroid on that. But then I think I went to a buddy's place or my cousin's place probably, and I played it there, right? And so I'm like, you know, well, how do you get these games on your Wii? Because I did not know how to get it on my Wii. And so I ended up getting back home. They're like, oh, yeah, you just get it on like the Wii shop channel or whatever. And I was like, oh, cool. But at the time, I didn't have internet. I know, right? Can you imagine that? It's like 2005, 2006, maybe 2007. Yeah, I have internet in my place. It just wasn't really anything important because there was other stuff we had in the house to play. Like we had a PlayStation 1, we had Sega Genesis, then we had a regular Nintendo. So I mean, we had a computer, it just didn't have any internet. And that wasn't really a common thing anyway to have internet at that time. The people around me didn't really have internet. It just wasn't really important to have. But what ended up happening was I got internet. It was like, man, it was like 3 megabytes per second download and like half a megabyte upload. Like it was bad. But it's just like, you know, it didn't take that much data to look at YouTube videos. I remember looking at like, you know, Mama Luigi and all the Mario YouTube poops or whatever and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember looking at all the YouTube poops and all that. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I pretty much got internet, and then I got Super Metroid. I think I went to my cousin's again. Then he got like Rock Band or something like that. You know, the one that came with the big old drum set, came in a big old box, right? And so I was like, you know, hey, can I have the box? You know what I'm saying? Because I was chilling, right? I was like a little tiny kid. You know, I was like, I thought I put my phone on silent. And so I was like, you know, let me borrow that box. You know what I'm saying? And so I got it. And so what I would do is I would put this box standing up, right? Because I was so short that if I sat in it, I wouldn't be able to see over it. And that just wasn't comfortable. So what I did was I'd lay it vertically and I would put a blanket hanging out the front, or I would sit in there with a blanket because it was pretty deep, man. Like I could sit in that thing and I would either crisscross and then sit in there, or I would have my feet hanging out. But I put the blanket over, and so I would just peek my head out, and I would just be playing like, you know, Super Metroid on my little CRT TV. I don't even think I got a picture of it. That was like the one time I didn't get a picture, even though my parents always be taking pictures and stuff like that. But got like, you know, peeking my head out, and that was like, you know, no connections or anything. I didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up, so I never played the game. I just had a Nintendo with Mario, then a Sega Genesis with like Streets of Rage 2. That was about it. And so I just had the Wii remote, and then I had the classic controller in my hand, and I would just peek out and just play like. And man, I tell you, man, I would play the heck out of that game. But the only thing I didn't like about it, see, because I was like, it's a Wii game. Like, I wasn't aware that it was a Super Nintendo. Because I didn't know what a Super Nintendo was. Like, what is a Super Nintendo? You tell me. And so, yeah, I was like, what is a Super Nintendo? And I didn't have no clue. And so, the only thing I didn't like about Super Metroid was that at the end of the game, the only way to do anything was to just like straight up reset your system. Like, you get that 90%, you didn't get everything. There was no way to backtrack. The only thing to do was just play the game from your last save and backtrack. Or just make a new save and start from scratch. And so I don't think I've ever did like I think I might have tried an 100% run or something like that. I think I might have tried that at one point, but I don't think I was ever able to because I lost the motivation to. Because it was always cool collecting everything, but it's like Metroid always had some sort of Metroid always had that one like speed booster. The new ones, not like the new ones, but Super Metroid and up, they always had the speed booster. Like they always had the speed booster like tricks. And I was like, man, some of the speed booster stuff was like you had to be precise with some things. And so just like when I was playing the game and got to the speed boost uh items, like like a missile pack or whatever, I would just like I would give up. Like it's like you made the game too difficult. Like I didn't have enough motivation as a little child to just like play like, or I would do it, right? I would do it, but I would lose motivation to play the game after that. Or I would keep playing and I'd be like, that was cool. And I would just never care about the game. Like it's just that was it. There was no middle ground. But I mean like it was a pretty cool game otherwise. My favorite let me put this out here. Top 3 favorite Metroids. I didn't really like Fusion. One, because the way you looked. And yo, there was like two different trailers. There was like two different trailers, right? Yeah, there was like two different trailers for the game. Let me I gotta close out of this and show y'all what I'm looking at. I gotta find a stopping spot. Like, okay, after I get my next weapon, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay. Boop. There was like two different like way like they made an original like where Samus had like antennas and stuff. Then they made another one. Scattergun. Is that like okay, I got you. My bow is big. But let me save and quit and let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Alright, so this first one I'm about to show you is pretty much let me take this off. Let me take these away. But this is what I look like. The logo was totally different. Like this is kind of hard to tell from this perspective, right? It's kind of hard to tell. But look at that. Look at that one. Then I'm gonna load up images. Like Look at that compared to this. Like the logo was just completely different. Like look at this compared to that. Logo was completely different. See, and this is so hard to tell because it's all blurred. But this left one right here, and they called it Metroid 4, which technically it is, because ain't it after Super Metroid, I think? Yeah, it's like after Super Metroid. So the logo looks kind of cool, but it's like, it's not good. Like, you could tell somebody just drew this up real quick. And they were like, oh, hey, let's just see, because, like, I get what they were going for, and Metroid being spelled that way is kind of cool. They kind of kept that design with the new one, except the M isn't as sharp. But instead of naming it like 4, they actually put a subtitle to it on the Game Boy when it was released. But see, this is kind of like, put the purple Samus in the back, purple Samus logo like right there. You know what I'm saying? But right here, it's like there's nothing cool about that. It don't got nothing going for it. But like, just look at this. Like, look at that zoom, and obviously, it doesn't look like they have that on the Game Boy. But like, and then look at the 4. Like, look how that morphs in. Hold on, I'm gonna go back on that. Like, look how it morphs in. Like, it's kind of a cool effect right there. You know what I'm saying? Then they knew they're gonna put it on the Game Boy Advance, but what time did Metroid Fusion came after, didn't it? But just yeah, look at this logo. Hold on, let me go back. Look at that logo. It like see minimized. It looks all right, but like though I feel like the text is too bubbly. You know what I mean? See, because Metroid was always kind of a dark themed game, so the way they did it right here is too bubbly. But like 2001, I mean, it don't look bad for 2001. But like now you get the boot up screen and then you get all this info being shown to you. Samus is obviously cut off, and they're trying to explain that she got morphed or not morphed, or that she got fusioned with the Metroid. So I can see what I call it Metroid fusion. But like, look how she looks in here. She don't look like nothing on how she looks in her final release. Like, I feel like. Hold on, let me go forward a little bit. I feel like right here, you can kind of see the antennas a little bit, but she kind of has that Metroid look. Like she has a hook right there, hanging out her arm. But it's like, but like, look how she looks. And then she has like this weird beam that, like, you know what I mean? Like, look at that. And it looks like it's following. Like, I don't think we've had a beam that like full on follows enemies, but is that like her main weapon? Was that like, was that her main weapon or was it not? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's stuff like that. And it's just like, what would this game have been if they kept going with this idea? Because she lost a lot of her weight of her suit, and they went with a skinnier design, like, her feet right there. And I mean, that's kind of cool. And look at the way she's running. Is there a way to slow mo this? Probably not. But like, look, the way she's running, and like, what are these enemies? Like, it's like it doesn't look like they're finished, but they look like some kind of Metroid. And the way she's doing her screw attack, she's very small. So she looks like she's really agile in this game. Like she looks like she's very skinny, very agile. And then after they show you all that, they're like, let's introduce a new mechanic. And she literally does a gravity flip like it's Mega Man 4 or something. And she's running on walls and stuff. And then she has a walk animation. So it's like she had a walk and she had a run. So it's like she's running now, right? She's running. And then she did the gravity thing. And then she has a walk animation. And then this is kind of like, she's communicating with like that AI or whatever. It's like she's communicating with that AI. This video is about like 2 minutes, not even like 2 minutes, like pushing it to 2 minutes. Like it's around 40 or so, a minute 40. But it's like there's so much information you can grab from this like 2 minutes or whatever, man. Like it's like it said access denied, and then now there's a countdown. But see, most of these areas don't even look like they're finished. Most of these areas look like they just threw some tiles down in an open area. And they kind of look cool. And then they did that zoom in right there. And it's like, if we can, like, look how she looks. That don't look, and she has the fang, like the Vega fang right there. Like, imagine if they kept this design. Like, it's kind of unique. And see the way her, like, helmet is shaped too. It's like Galactic Federation. But let me find this other video real quick. Here, let me find this other video. Okay. Now, this was, I think, the 2002 release. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is the 2002 release. Um, and just look, this is like a year difference of a year, and it looks like they played this in like the Game Boy player. Yeah, it looks like they played this in the Game Boy player. Looks like they put this in the Game Boy player, and see 2002, and you can kind of see the idea they were going for with this purple goo. It's like they're trying to figure out what the X was. See, because it seemed like in the previous trailer we looked at, it looks like they were trying to establish that Samus merged with a Metroid, but it doesn't seem like it gave us any reason. But it seemed like in Fusion, now they're trying to tie that in. But now they're introducing the X, but it's more of a purplish looking fluid rather than what we know to be yellow or green looking. Even though I think purple is kind of more uh, violent, in my opinion, compared to a yellow or green. But see, now all the X on the screen, I'm gonna just play it through first, and then we'll talk about it after, though. Okay, there's a couple of things I would like to highlight in the video. Now, we already talked about the X being purple, right? We talked about the X being purple. Title screen looks way different. Now, it looks better than the one we seen in 2001, but this one right here, they kind of gave us some sharp edges, Cause I mean, Metroid ain't really like bubbly bubbly. It's this one has sharp edges, and they found a subtitle that they want to put with it. So now at this point, I don't know if they added that Metroid combining with Samus. They might have had it in 2001, but the language they had it in, it didn't really explain much because I'm not able to read that. But it kind of a nice, like, rainbow effect on the press start. Had an idea for a title screen, but right here, the X is like purple and it looks way different. It kind of looks like, it looks like a ball, but it looked like it has some edges on it. But it's like the X is like a real creature. But I think I would have liked the purple rather than the yellow or red or green. Now, I kind of get the idea of trying to differentiate it to show you what does what, but introducing it in as purple is like cooler in my opinion because I feel like purple has more of like that darker premise to it, like it's really associated with a darker being. Purple, see, because this looks more violent than kind of yellow coming in, even though X is like a parasite, and so the purple just really does it for me. Like, I don't know, I wish they still took some things, like if Samus still had that gravity flip thing she had. I think that would have been a cool addition to add to the final game. Uh, like maybe having some puzzles with flipping upside down. Not making it permanent though, but like, kind of a temporary thing where she's able to flip. Now that would be cool, but maybe not get dragged on. But I kind of like the sound of her default weapon. But like they're kind of trying to showcase right there how the X like multiplies. Now she is starting to resemble, well, she is pretty much in her final form on being more agile, more skinny. Now I'm not able to see details because this image isn't like super high quality, but from what I'm looking at, they're kind of getting an idea of what they wanted her to look like. And she has that run speed. And then you can kind of tell the way they had the doors, it's supposed to be like a Galactic Federation type door. So it's not supposed to be like something you're looking at, right? So I kind of like the idea of the door. Now, she didn't shoot it to open it, I don't believe. It just kind of, it didn't look like it opened on its own or anything. But I kind of like the idea of the health bar, even though it was something different to add to the game. Like, like the actual green bar at the top. But I mean, I can understand why they did that because she does have some sort of that Galactic Federation UI to her. Now, another thing for me to point out is that they kind of added that green. Now, I don't know what that green is for. Maybe it was to detect X presence in your area. Kind of looks cool. And the way they marked out the map, rather than it being like, the square you're in is shaded out in white, it's straight up a white dot. But then they start, isn't this section sector two, sector three? You kind of get like, you can feel in this trailer compared to the other one, you can kind of feel that in this one, they have more defined areas and they kind of know what they're, I mean, not kind of, but they know what they're doing with each area. But I still like the purple more than I like the yellow. But the yellow is more for you to know what does what. Now, honestly, I felt like instead of adding, this is probably gonna be controversial, but instead of making, I feel like the X should give you some sort of benefit. Maybe, yeah, maybe they can give you a little bit of health. Maybe like it should. Okay, this is my idea. Maybe instead of it giving you missiles and other stuff, like, yeah, it should give you a little bit of energy, but that gravity thing, it should give you some gravity energy too, like maybe how long you could be up there, or maybe give you some sort of speed boost for getting a certain amount in a certain amount of time. I don't know. I just don't like the yellow, green. Like, see, yellow kind of signifies a parasite, right? And the green is pretty much good. I just don't like. I like the purple that they started out with. Like the purple is kind of like dark and mysterious, and like there's not really purple creatures out there, purple parasites. Well, I kind of like. I'm at 24. Okay. See, look at this screen right here. If that was all yellow, it just looked like a whole bunch of piss all over the place. It looked like somebody spilled like a piss jar. But like you can, I don't know if that's like a little creature or whatever that is, but that just looks like, something might have spilled open. There's purple juice all over the place, or these might be swarming in to attack. The purple does it for me. Okay, I went too far. So, like, yeah, I stopped about right here. It's kind of cool. I don't think there was an area that had those spinning things, but this is just to show more of what the X does. Now, these zombies look way different, but these look kind of like infected scientist people. But then she shows off the power bomb. But yeah, it does have that effect in the final product. But whenever you have the X, they get sucked in back to you. So I mean, it's kind of a nice effect with the power bomb. This effect's cool. I kind of like the background. I don't think there was an area that had that kind of dark corridor, something creepy's coming up. Like, I just kind of like the idea of what they had with this game. See, the first 2001, showing kind of like this is what Samus looks like. She's gonna look different. She has the fangs, she has the whatever. It's kind of a cool effect, in my opinion, what they started with, and they had her do. She looked real different in that first release. Like she had that like light blue screw attack. She had to run and a walk. Uh, she's just very agile in that first version, and just the way she looked, like it's kind of hard to tell the color she had, but I think it was like a dark blue or whatever, like more like Galactic Federation look. But they could have probably did like some sort of experiment with her, maybe, and morphed her with a Metroid. I don't know. Let me not drag that on, but just kind of look at that and like, what if they went with her original concept? Now, they could have not the original logo because that one sucked, but like, they kind of had the light going in and like had the ooze flowing into the sign of a four. So it's just like, and then to kind of show you the starship and shows her climbing. We don't really see climbing until this one. Then the door and more climbing. Like this trailer's really to showcase kind of the newer stuff about what's going on. But this area, that area there, I don't think we had in the final game. Not fully though. But it kind of looks cool with all those containers in the back. But that trailer didn't show much.